Hey guys, so today we are going to be unmolding our ocean soap that we created yesterday. So our Moana soap is set, and as you guys can see on the top, we went ahead and did some texturizing. That is a new technique that we did, creating different types of like frothy ocean waves. So I thought that was very fitting for the style and the theme of the soap. So this is a 5-pound loaf, and it has 6 pounds of soap in it because of the layering and the texturing that we did on the top. There we go. So I'm really excited to see how this one turned out. So this is nice and solid. So this has already started. It's like here. Look how nice and smooth it is on the side. So all of these soaps will be available starting August 15th. On the site, so make sure you guys check out Minty's Militia and our website. There we go. Pop it out. Oh, it's a beautiful, solid bar of soap. It looks so good. I'm really impressed with look how perfect it is. No air bubbles, no nothing, no imperfections throughout the whole thing. Our formula is like spot on with what we are doing here. So I'm really excited about that. So we're just gonna cradle this, clean up all of these little bits. And we're gonna pull out our cutter, slide it over our cutting block. And we're going to start cutting. So it's important to get this cut pretty quickly. Beginning in the curing phase, I'm actually gonna see if we can turn it sideways, just a hair, so I can just see it a little bit better because the top is super textured. There we go. All right. I'm gonna move my little measuring spot all the way back. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. So good. All right, so this is our Moana soap. So this is our first cut of our Moana. Perfect air bubbles. We've hit the gel phase really well with this. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab another towel. I think we need just a teeny tiny bit of elevation on here, just actually probably even flat. It just needs picked up just a little bit. Just keep it even. A little bit better. Nope, we're still just a hair off. Just a teeny tiny hair off. So let's go ahead and double it. And then this underneath our bar should level it out pretty good. Okay. Perfect. All right. Just going to keep it squared up. So here we go. So all of our soaps on our site are natural. Process soap hardens and begins its cure before you've actually cut your loaf. So I just unmolded a 5-pound mold of a scent that I've been working with. I love this formula, this recipe that I've been using for my soap. It's worked fantastic. But this morning I got up and I was not feeling well, so I did not cut my soap right away this morning. So when I started cutting into it, it started crumbling on me. And these are perfect, like there's no air pockets in them, but they're crumbling. And this is probably one of my, actually this is my best soap that has turned out to date. It's really pretty. It's textured with beach waves on the top. This was the soap that after several batches, this was the one I was so excited about. And it began like that hardening cure, which makes them like slightly brittle. As you can see, some of it is like powdery, some of it is just bigger chunks, some of it's like shaved. So what I went ahead and did, I researched some different methods. There are several different, my husband and I researched a few different methods. There are different methods that you can use to salvage your blocks, okay? So don't just panic. I went through a panic. Do not panic. So there are a few different things that you can do. One, you can try, using a different blade to cut. You can use different wire cutters, whether they're the individual soap cutters or like the whole bar with the wire cuts. You can heat up a knife under water, or you can use the microwave method. I just use the microwave method and it works. Okay, so this was a 5-pound loaf. It was probably, well, actually it was like 6 pounds with what I had on top of it. So there were probably 3 inches of all of this cut off of it. So it was slightly shorter when I put it into the microwave. The directions said to zap it for 5 seconds. Our microwave, and depending on like the setting, I went ahead and did 10 seconds. So you want to do like 5 to 8 to 10 seconds. Watch your microwave depending on your settings. I did 5 seconds, rotated the bar, another 5 seconds. You want to do it 4 times, right? So you can hit all the sides of your soap. For me, I definitely needed to put it in longer, so I went ahead and did 10-second bursts. And I kept rotating it, and it's working, and it's cutting solid bars of soap much better than the crumbling ones. So I'm gonna figure out something fun to do to market those. But so while this is still warm in the center, I did not heat up my knife. I just used the microwave method. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into this again. I'm gonna cut a thicker piece so you guys can see. But this is how the bar comes out, just like if you got up the next morning and you cut it. So I'm really thankful that Joel helped me figure that out, because I was pretty panicked, I'm not gonna lie. So I've been doing soap for a short period of time. I've experienced some flops, but I've had more success than I have had flops. So now I'm kind of even when it comes to flops and successes, but that's okay. You don't grow if you don't experience failures. So it's all part of the learning curve on all of this. We're just gonna even this back up because it was getting a little crooked. That's okay. And all of my bars weigh between 4 ounces and 5 ounces. I'm still new to this, and I'm still cutting my soap by hand, and every now and then I get one that's a little larger, and then sometimes I get one that's a little skinnier, until I upgrade my cutter, which obviously will come with sales of my soap. So it's just a little bit how I'm gonna, you know, grow my business, upgrade to a different cutter instead of cutting them by hand. But yeah, it works great. It works really good. Now this was the microwave method. This was a 5-pound loaf with about 6 pounds of soap in it. And I'll hold all these up so you guys can see. They're still a little warm in the center, which is perfectly fine. But now they can complete their curing on my rack. So we were able to salvage the Moana soap, but just because this morning I got up and I wasn't feeling the best, I thought, you know what, I'll just wait until later. And then I came home and I was still pretty tired and exhausted, and I thought, I'll just wait a little bit longer and I'll do it this evening. Well, clearly if you guys are experienced with soap, you know, okay, the next morning, get it out of the mold, get it cut, get it on your curing racks or in your bins, or however you allow, like whatever your process is to curing your soap. For me, I have these really nifty carts. Slide one out so you guys can see. I have these really nifty carts here that are 3 tiers. We got them from Michael's. They're around $50. They might have been $50, $49.99, I don't remember. I have wax paper down on the bottom because the base of each tier is like mesh almost, and I don't want them to rust in the future, so I just went ahead and put them down with wax paper. So every day I rotate all of them on both racks. That way everything from the top goes to the bottom to the top, and then the middle moves down. So I keep a nice like conveyor belt going. Some of these are ready to go into boxes and just kind of complete their curing phase. So I have an organizer in my other room that I'm gonna go ahead and move some of our first ones over. So like our coffee and our orange Julius, those 2 batches are getting ready to go so that Moana can cure alongside our Georgian Bay and our like all natural soap. So our all natural doesn't really have anything too wild going on with it. It kind of looks like a taupe color. So there's no mica powder in it or anything like that. So yes, if you guys have your cold processed soap seize up on you, it is salvageable. So don't just scrap it and don't just panic like I did. I've been soaping and creating soap for less than a month. Like I said, I've had more success than failure because I spent a lot of time like formulating on soap calc. If you guys have not used soap calc, make sure you look into it because it's how I formulate all my recipes and all my formulas for my soap, my lip butter, for my body butter, all of the stuff. So if you guys like natural based products, make sure you check us out at mintysmilitia.com. So www.mintymilitia.com. All of these soaps will be available in the upcoming weeks, so make sure you keep an eye out. If you guys have any types of advice or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear how you guys salvage your soaps. If you have not tried the microwave wet method, or if you use a different method, please let me know. So in the future, I have something else I can fall back onto and to test and to try, and anybody who watches this video back. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.